In this episode of Highlight Sundays, I defy convention because the most important piece of news is at the end. Hello and welcome back to Highlight Sundays. It is the 28th week of 2012 and here are your highlights. Our first item for today's show comes from the site called Gizmodo. This is actually a video link and it's called Watch All Space Shuttle Launches at Once. This is of course in commemoration of the end of NASA's space program, and as its name implies, this is actually a grid of videos of all the launches NASA has ever made. Of course, you know where this is going. In this grid there is that one failed launch, and as you watch this video, chances are you will feel the pride for mankind and yet that bittersweet feeling of sorrow as you watch that one spacecraft fail its launch. The link to this article is in the video description. Hats off to all these intelligent people. Thank you for your contributions to mankind and science, and for those who have had to sacrifice their lives for this cause, I present to you my deepest respect. Our next article today comes from Engadget. This article is entitled Japanese Group Transmits Power Through a 4-inch Block of Concrete. Now, while wireless power is nothing new, its practical use in day-to-day life is still limited. Apart from the Palm Pre actually using this for charging, I don't think many consumer devices have actually been doing this. But you'll be happy to know that research is ongoing, and this article is one of the results. This is of course considered a breakthrough for electric cars in the future. Just imagine a utopian world where cars don't need to be powered by anything within the car itself. Just the act of going onto roads powers your car. I really love this idea and I'm very excited to see what this team can make of that. Once again, link to the article is in the video description. Hop over and take a look. Here's another article from Engadget. This one is called Wacom Outs the Cintiq 24 HD Touch. In case I sounded like I was speaking gibberish, because it does kinda sound like that, the Cintiq is a tablet produced by Wacom. And by tablet, I don't mean the iPad kind of swipey tablets. I'm referring to a graphics tablet, the kind where you have to access with a pen, and it's used for precise drawing purposes. The Cintiq has always been one of Wacom's premium line of tablets. The reason for that is that there is a built-in screen for that tablet. So it is kinda like a tablet PC, except it has to be connected to your computer. What's interesting about this product is that for the first time, a Cintiq tablet also comes with touch features. Now the Cintiq 24 HD Touch is, as its name implies, the Cintiq 24 HD comes with a 24-inch screen. The screen doubles up as a capacitive touchscreen supporting multi-touch gestures, as well as a tablet pen sensing surface. Now, if you follow my videos, you realize that I actually have a Wacom Bamboo Pen and Touch. Of course, in terms of quality and price scale, comparing the Cintiq 24 HD to my Pen and Touch would be like comparing heaven and earth. My Bamboo Pen and Touch has had its fair share of problems with regard to touch, to the extent that I barely use the touch features at all. But I am sure such problems have been reduced for the Cintiq. I mean, after all, it does cost nearly $4,000. And if it still has petty issues like this, it reflects quite badly on Wacom. From my understanding, the 24-inch Cintiq is also present in pen-only versions. So if touch isn't your thing, you can also check the alternatives out. Next is a little 3D video I found on Vimeo. It is called Dubstep Disputes. It is basically just a 3D animation of a number of robots jamming to dubstep. It's so hard to describe this because it's so abstract, so weird, and so funny at the same time. So I'm not gonna just sit here and talk about it. Link to the video is in the description. Hop over, take a look, and have a laugh. Next up, we have an article from Lifehacker. This article is the first in a series to come, and it is called 3D Modeling Lesson 1. I was very surprised and very happy to see that Lifehacker is actually coming up with a series on 3D modeling. The first article, which I have linked for you in the description, is more or less just an introduction, but I have very high hopes for this series. I hope they can take it to greater heights. So if you have at any point of time decided to pursue 3D work, do hop over and take a look. I'm going to be following this series intently, and I encourage you to do the same. And yes, we are down to the last item. which, as I've given you a hint to in the intro, is one of the most important things in today's video. Now, you might have noticed something different about my videos recently, and that is, there are advertisements everywhere now. I guess most of you understand the implications of this, but in case you don't, I have finally been accepted into the YouTube Partners program. In case you don't know what that means, it means that I can finally monetize my videos. So now all this work I'm doing is giving me a little bit of revenue as some sort of an incentive for me to continue working. Now, as of filming date, which is Friday, I have only been approved for about half a day. There are still a lot of kinks to be ironed out, in particular a lot of copyright issues. You may have been wondering why I am no longer in front of the poster wall, and the reason is the same. Some copyright concerns have been raised regarding this, and so to be safe, I will no longer be filming in front of the poster wall, at least until I can get some confirmation that it is actually okay to do so. I am very happy for this dream to finally come true. Before this, YouTube was one of my possible planned career options, and I'm very happy to say that now it has solidified. It is something that I will definitely not drop unless there are some serious circumstances that I cannot even imagine right now. So yes, I am looking forward to what I can do in the future with this. Let me know how you feel about this new setup. It is just a blank wall. But the good thing about it is now I can actually have a fan, so you don't have to see me being sweaty and all. But yes, I'm very happy to have this opportunity, and well, I'm very happy to be on board. But that's all there is for this episode of Highlight Sundays. As always, if you have any comments, queries or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Also, I appreciate every like, favorite and subscription you give me. But once again, that's all there is for today's episode of Highlight Sundays. Until next time, you are watching 0612 TV.